This scam, time and time again, is holding people back from the weight loss results that they want, and it's ultimately leading them to feeling inferior. It makes them feel like, I've tried this and it doesn't work, and I've tried another one and it doesn't work, and I've tried again and it's something just doesn't click. And they're looking online, how to lose weight. The answers are coming up, try this meal plan, no, try this one, this is the best thing, cut this out from your diet. So everyone's trying all these fancy meal plans, all these diet plans, thinking that this is going to be the magic golden pill that's going to ultimately get them moving towards the weight loss results that they want. And it doesn't work for a few reasons. Plus, the meal plans that they're finding online, they're just generic. They're not tied to people's specific lifestyle. They might not even have the food available to what they're trying to get to. They might not even like some of the foods on the meal plan. And when you're sticking to something that's very structured and there's no flexibility, you're going to feel tense. You're going to be like, I can't do that. And what if I miss a day or I skip that meal? Am I a failure? There's all of that barriers that are getting in the way, and it can ultimately lead people to feeling very discouraged. And that's the biggest scam, is thinking we need to have a meal plan. What I encourage all my clients to do is a different way, and there's a better way, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, before I dive into this and help you ultimately moving away from this scam and never falling for it again, I want to introduce you to my client Amanda. Amanda came to me looking to lose weight. She was a bit overwhelmed with all of the noise out there on the internet, on social media, on what all these other people were saying, and she just wanted to know what to eat, what was going to help her move towards her goals, and just to understand how nutrition worked at a surface level. You know, you don't need to go deep into the biochemistry and how everything works inside the body. Yeah, if you're into that, go nuts. But at this level, she just wanted to know, what can I eat? Because she's tried diet plans and meal plans in the past and they didn't work. That's what a lot of people get into, is they feel like they need this plan. They need to be told what to eat, when all they really do need is just a bit of flexibility and understanding how food works. So that's ultimately going to be what is going to get people moving forward towards their weight loss goals, is not feeling tied into something, being able to enjoy foods and enjoy life with their family and friends. They don't want to go out and sit down at a burger shop and have, you know, a salad while their friends are having burgers, or cutting out alcohol, or whatever it is. People want to enjoy life but still move towards their goals, and that's what this framework will teach you to do. So all we're going to need to do for this is just grab yourself a pen and a bit of paper, or you could do it on your notes in your phone, and we're going to take the paper and split it into 3 different columns. So we've got a green list, we're going to split it down, and then we've got an amber list, and then a red list. And again, this is just traffic lights, but one thing I want to get into before we talk about this isn't saying red foods are bad, stop eating red foods, amber foods and green foods, you know, these are only the good foods that we have to eat. Everything in moderation. This is going to give you a lens in which you can look at your foods that you like specifically in order to build out your own meal plan specific to you. So green foods, again, it's not necessarily good foods and bad foods, but the green foods are going to be foods that, you know, agree with your goals, foods that you like, foods that you don't always get the urge to go and binge. So this might be things like, you know, chicken. And again, if you don't tolerate chicken, if you have digestive issues with chicken or poultry or whatever, that's going to be a red food for you. For me, my body handles chicken well, and I like it. I like what you can do with it. So that's in my green. I also like steaks. Trying to keep my eating all right as well. What else? So like mince. So like your red meats, whatever. And it's going to be vegetables. So for me, I love asparagus, sweet potatoes. So you get the point there, is it's going to be foods that you enjoy, foods that you currently eat at the moment, and foods that agree with your goals. You know, if it's like fruits, apples, you know, grapes, all that good stuff. If it's like bread, whatever, you know, like there's no right or wrong here, because this is you and your list. The ambers are going to be foods that somewhat agree with your goals. So this might be, you know, maybe it's like certain crisps, maybe it's rice, maybe it's normal potatoes, maybe, you know, after you eat some heavy starchy carbs, you feel a bit bloated. So, you know, it's not necessarily a red food, because you still enjoy it, it's still a vegetable or whatever, so you're still getting a lot of nutrients from it, but it doesn't necessarily agree with you. So that might be an amber, so something that you can have a wee bit less than your green foods necessarily. So again, customize this to you. You know or maybe if you don't, you can build it out in time, but ultimately you'll begin to understand what foods trigger you, what foods agree with you. So it might be dairy, so it might be, you know, milk, or you know what, milk, I can't tolerate it, or yogurt, or whatever it is. And then you move over to your red foods. So this is going to be things like pizza, you know. For me, I love pizza, but certain takeouts, they do not agree with me. My body just doesn't digest it well at all. Another thing, well, just all takeouts potentially. Maybe chocolate. You know, you can get the gist there. So it's foods that don't necessarily agree with your goals. Again, we're not cutting them out, but it's in moderation. So what we're going to end up having here is a bunch of lists, bunch of food items, and then from here, you can start to curate your own meals from foods that you like. Now, the intention is going to be to have more greens in your day and your week than reds, ideally. So what you could be like, you know what? I like chicken. I'm going to have chicken for, so Monday dinner. It's going to be chicken with, you know, I'll have some potatoes with that. So yeah, so okay. What else can I have? Oh, I might just have some asparagus with that as well. You know, so you can kind of build out meals specific to you. And if you're having mostly greens, you're getting good quality protein sources. You're going to get a lot of vegetables, you know, get a lot of fruits in there as well. And it's not going to feel restrictive, because a meal plan that you just find on Google is just going to say, oh, eat 4 servings of eggs. And you're like, I don't like eggs. Or 4 servings of this. And you're like, I can't do that. Whereas this is foods that you like. And once you've got your meals all written down, you've got your shopping list as well. So you can just be like, right, okay, I've got chicken, so I'm going to have how many of that? And then you can just add that to a note section on your phone and go shopping. And that's that. So you don't have to go online and try and find something magic that's going to give you the answer necessarily. All you really need is just a bit of structure and a different way to look at the foods that you're already eating and the foods that you like. And I've got really fussy clients who only eat 1 or 2 protein sources. We do something like this. What do you like? What different meal ideas can we get to keep it fresh? But ultimately, most people eat, you know, 3 or 4 of the same meals on rotation every week. So it's not like you're recreating the wheel every single week and having new recipes and new this. And if you do get a bit bored with this, then you can kind of mix and match and create your own new meals based on the foods that you've got here. So ultimately, generic meal plans from the internet, they don't necessarily work. Following something that you know that you can stick to over a long period of time is going to net you the results and the benefits that will serve you best. And rather than forcing yourself into something that doesn't work long term, something like this will work long term because it's your list. No one's forcing you into eating eggs if you don't like eggs. You can just enjoy the things that you do. And again, focusing on eating more greens, more ambers, and a wee bit less reds in your day-to-day, you're going to be fuller from the protein, fuller from the vegetables, and you're going to be flying. So hopefully that was helpful. Any takeaways from that, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.